The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is the United Podcast Network.
It's time for a crunch or two. It's time for a little something something. It's time for the Snack Authority. The Snack Authority. The authority on snacks. Snacks of all kinds. From the most common and wildly famous to the most obscure and unknown. The Snack Authority. Snacking all the time so you don't have to.
Episode number 3. I'm so excited for this. It's the chocolate sandwich cookie. Hi, everybody. This is the Snack Authority, broadcasting live from the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is a weekly podcast where we dig into the history, taste, flavors of local snacks, national favorites, and even some bizarre and international snacks, alone or, in this case, this week, head-to-head battles. Welcome to the Snack Authority. What are we eating, Jess?
Today is the chocolate sandwich cookie Oreos, but that's not all. We also have the Hydrox cookie and even another by Newman-O called Newman-O. So it's technically a head-to-head. What do you like, Mikey?
I'm going to have to lean towards the Oreo, but it's been forever since I've had a Hydrox, and I don't know about Newman's. I've never tried them.
Forever or ever?
I have been an Oreo fan forever. And everybody copies the Oreo. That's what I'm upset about, because Oreo is the first and original.
Are you sure about that, Dave?
Well, I don't know.
Well, we'll get to that.
Ed is the historian. We're going to get to that, I guess. So maybe they are not. Maybe they are not. They are certainly the most famous. I have Oreos. If I get ice cream mix-ins, it's the Oreos, the first choice of what it is. Or sometimes the ice cream already has it mixed in, and get the Oreo, the vanilla Oreo, the chocolate
cookies
Oreo.
and cream.
Yeah.
That was literally a staple in my parents' house. We'd have this jar that looks like a peanut jar, episode 1.
There we go.
And it would be filled with pieces of Oreos. Oreos are genius. They break up their cookies that are left over and toss them in, and then kids like me are like, yes, stick a spoon in it.
Do they break them up, the broken ones, or do they actually make the whole Oreo and then crush it?
I doubt
it's kind
it.
of like the cigar industry. It's probably the short fill.
Yeah, the little pieces or whatever. Who knows how it ends up working? But one thing is, I love Oreos. Can they be beaten by the Hydrox, which absolutely worst name
Ever.
of a cookie?
Sounds like some type of medicine.
And this one, which I never saw before, Newman-O's.
I will say the one thing I do like about Newman's is their company, the way they work.
Yeah.
Yeah, they give all the money to
the
charity,
profits,
right?
all the profits.
But
to
Newman's
charity.
O's sounds more like
SpaghettiOs,
SpaghettiOs than Oreos, but Oreo, Oreo, whatever. So we got to figure out, first off, Ed, let's go to you, the historian, and tell us why I got this wrong, that Oreo is not the champion of
Age.
All right. Well, let's start with a little sound clip from the one that is indeed the original.
These are cookies. Cookies are good to eat. Do you like cookies?
Love
I
'em.
like cookies.
Do you like this cookie?
I like this cookie.
This cookie is the perfect combination of delicious chocolate with just the right amount of vanilla filling. Do you know its name?
Sunshine Hydrox?
Yeah, in fact, the Hydrox was first manufactured in 1908 by Sunshine Biscuits. Now, the name, which you don't seem too keen on.
Hydrox. It sounds what is
like
that?
medicine. It's
Toilet cleaner.
It was intended to
peroxide.
imply hydrogen and oxygen. Water. Purity is what they were going for.
I think they went to the opposite, right?
Yeah.
Well, back then it was probably made out of real stuff because they didn't have all that fake stuff.
The result came out a little more clinical than they intended, and instead it evokes hydrogen peroxide, a chemical you probably don't want to drink.
Okay.
No, but it's great for debridging.
True.
Goodness.
But Hydrox was actually discontinued in 1999 when Sunshine Biscuits was acquired by Keebler.
Okay.
And Keebler was
Those
later
elves.
acquired by
The elves.
Kellogg's.
Huh?
Keebler actually tried to reintroduce the cookies. They didn't like the name, so they went with Droxies, which I'm not sure is much of an improvement.
No, really.
It sounds like a slang term for something a little risque.
Yeah, and then for
She's such a Droxy.
a period of time, they were off the market altogether, but it was reintroduced in 2015 by Leaf Brands.
They bought it?
No.
Subsidiary?
They basically went and got the trademark for it because it had been in discontinuous use for long enough.
So they just took it.
Right.
So Leaf, who makes other products.
They make the Whopper, I believe.
I'm a fan of the Whopper.
So,
Big fan of malted milk ball.
Malted
Whopper.
milk, anything.
Yeah.
But,
really, Oreos were not that far behind. 1912 for the Oreo.
4 years later?
4 years later.
All right, so they saw that maybe the Hydrox was highly successful,
Right.
and then Oreo said, come on, I can do this, and we'll come up with a better name.
And, Oreo's got the advertising behind them, too.
Yeah, Nabisco, right?
Wonder if I gave an Oreo to somebody out there who I didn't know, would they laugh after I'd gone?
I'm just going to say this right
Bubblegum
now.
pop.
If Nicholas Sparks Movies made a commercial for a cookie, that would be it.
All right, I don't know.
So
who
It's a
Sparks is,
happy
but-
commercial.
Yeah.
But so was the Hydrox with the mother.
Oh,
liking
wholesome.
it. Yeah, it's a wholesome.
Yeah, the funny thing is I was picturing a black and white round TV with him sitting at the table with a checkered pattern and a little kid sitting there in his button-up.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think the Hydrox was from a different era.
Yeah.
It's cute.
But, yeah, the Oreos were from the National Biscuit Company, Nabisco.
Ah.
Wow.
Yeah, who
Whole
knew?
life.
National
Right.
Biscuit Company, Nabisco. Believe it or not, Americans eat almost 12 billion Oreos a year.
Half of that's me.
Yeah, and I gotta say, Oreos is really doing it. I mean, they're mixing colors and
All the
flavors
seasonal
and
blends and
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
the mystery
Special
ones.
edition.
Yeah,
Sizes.
Whoever their marketing guy is, he's
triple
genius.
stuff.
Good for you, guy.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Thins. First you double stuff it, then you make it really extra thin.
Yeah, so it's dietetic.
Yeah, which is perfect for me.
Well, since they were introduced in 1912, it's estimated that 405 billion Oreos have been sold. So
Gee whiz.
they are the clear market leader, at one point. And I think I mentioned it to you, Dave, when we were talking about the show. When I went to college, a lot of people ate the Hydrox. I went to Brandeis University, which is predominantly Jewish because the Oreos were not kosher.
Yeah, didn't they use lard or something?
They did use lard.
And the Hydrox is a kosher cookie.
Yeah, there was no lard in the cookie. Now, Oreos became kosher in 1997, which I guess gives some people an indication of when I may have gone to college, prior to 1997.
Yeah.
And in 2006, Nabisco removed the trans fat.
Everybody started. That's when
Doing
everybody
healthier
started
stuff.
taking the trans fats.
A lot of states were going to that.
Yeah.
It's against the law now to kill your customers.
Right.
So the double stuff was introduced in 1974. So it's
Wow.
quite old.
Thank goodness for that.
And the minis came around in 91.
Those are good.
The
Those are too good.
limited editions are far more recent. 2010, the limited edition started.
I like the peanut butter cup ones. Those are a good time.
And
I haven't met one I dislike yet.
there was one that was sort of Pop Rocks, I think. But
Oh, I didn't try that.
Oh, yeah, they didn't pop that much.
Does it
but-
taste
No,
good with Coke?
It's probably because of all the moisture.
Well, you got to be careful with that. So that's really, the two big ones. As far as Newmans go, they don't do a lot of advertising.
Hello, Newman.
Newman.
There really isn't as much information. You can find loads of info on the others, the Newman products. They were introduced, we'll just say recently. But, they tend to try to be more organic. And
What do you got, Jess? Say it.
Oh, just looking at her screen.
Oh, all right. We don't have a time, but we have no idea. So we're just going to keep going.
We're
then.
winging it.
We're winging it.
Free range.
All right. I say let's get to eating cookies.
Sold.
Yeah.
What do you want to start with? Let's start with the
The
original.
original.
The original Hydrox. And this week we have an added bonus is what is cookies without milk?
whoa.
So let's have some milk. And this is whole milk. None of that 2%, 1%. This thing is coming out It looks like a paint almost.
Kind of, yeah. Ed Sullivan.
You would.
Oh, I got my milk.
Don't
That's
spill
important.
the milk. And if you do, no sense crying over it.
No. So
No, but ching. Jess, you're going to pass on milk.
I'm going to give a hard pass to milk. I do not dunk.
any lactose intolerance, or you just have an aversion to milk?
It's more of an aversion to milk than anything else. I read something like 5 or 6 years ago, and I'm just a little skeeved out on milk.
Really?
Yeah, shouldn't let women read. Just kidding.
Whole milk is so much better than the other stuff. It almost paints the glass. Look how thick it is on there. Oh, we get a few of them. Good. We're going to need a few.
Everybody 3 of each. This way you can start eating and we can decide
I got a
which
bonus.
ones.
I got 4. She knows me.
I do. Here, pass Ed 4 just in case. These are the Hydrox cookies. I do like their packaging.
I feel like I've been slighted right now. It's just because
No.
I got 4 and I got
And you get 5.
Oh, look at this.
No, see the
Squeaky wheel gets the cookie.
The pattern on the Hydrox? You can sort of see,
flowers.
Yeah, the original ones, the cookies were shaped like that.
And they have 4 little holes in them, right?
Yep.
Like a Ritz cracker.
Probably the aid with the cream sticking or something.
Ventilation holes.
Yeah.
So
smells like Cocoa Puffs.
Here it is. The question is, how do you eat the sandwich cookie? And that's what I agree to.
Yeah.
To do that, you have to actually twist it, separating it, and now you have one side that has all the cream on it. There's a little dusting of cream on the other one. But I think we should actually taste the ingredients of it first as opposed to the whole cookie itself. So what do you say we start with the cream?
I think Ed has already started.
That's the advantage of being off camera.
Oh,
good job. Good job. So let's just taste the cream.
Let's not taste the cream.
What's the matter? You got something in yours?
Something that does not taste good. It's cream.
Oh, you don't like cream. That's right.
I
She's not
do.
a milk person.
This actually is CREME with the cute little, forgot the word.
Crème.
Crème. This is not, there's no dairy in it.
No.
I'm not ever, yeah, it's like a vanilla filling, so they
familiar
call
about
it
it.
cream.
It's almost got kind of like the center of a malted milk ball flavor on it.
It does. It tastes like malted milk ball.
It's like a little malt in there.
All right, I'm not digging the cream. I'm just going to take a bite out of the cookie like I normally would.
Good crunch on it. I could hear it.
Uh-oh.
I don't like this.
Chum bucket.
We're
Better get a bucket. I'm going to throw up.
Gaston, a bucket.
Oh, she introduces for the first time on the show the bucket.
This is the bucket. This is here for my protection more than anybody's.
The
don't
bucket
like
is
that.
here. Made this first appearance on episode 3 of the Snack Authority. The bucket. This is historic. This may come in a later date as a trivia question to you years from now. The bucket was introduced on episode number 3 during the Hydrox segment.
So
I like it. It's malty.
No.
Jess, let's dig into that a little bit. Where was your point of maximum disgust? Was it the cream or the cookie?
I think it's actually a combination because I tasted the cream and it's not right.
It's probably the malt.
I like malted milk balls. I like malted pretty much everything. I will eat anything.
We're gonna have to compare because I think that cream was smoother than the Oreo cream. The Oreo cream has a little grittiness to it.
Well, let's see.
Malted barley flour.
I did take a bite of the cookie just to see if that was disgusting anyway because she ate the whole cookie.
I enjoyed that cookie.
I did. You ate the whole cookie?
I still have the half without cream.
Oops. Mine's in my belly.
I can still taste it. I can still taste the aftertaste of Hydrox
I think
cookie.
it's a lot more dense and a lot more chocolate. It's almost like dark chocolate as opposed to...
It smells like Cocoa Puffs when you just smell it.
And I love Cocoa Puffs. It's like one of the holy grails of cereal.
Are you cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs?
I like
I'm
it.
cuckoo anyway, sweetheart.
Well, I was correct in saying that the Oreo... I'll grab a few of these.
I'm going to put this one down.
The Oreo is lighter in color.
Mm-hmm.
It's a teeny
these
bit
down.
larger in
A
size.
little bigger.
Passing down to Ed.
In size of the cookie itself, not of the cream. There's actually more cream in the Hydrox but a shorter cookie. So I'm going to twist it the same way I did last time. Now taste the cream.
Doesn't smell as much like Cocoa Puffs.
Oh, I didn't get it right.
Cream doesn't part. It's good.
Sweeter.
More sugar
less
content.
creamy. Sugary,
No malt,
grainier.
gritty.
Delicious. I'm just going to say it. This tastes like childhood and happiness and maybe rainbows. I don't really know. But any which way you eat an Oreo is a good way to eat an Oreo.
It's lighter. The cookie itself is very different. And the cream is very different. It's a different cookie.
Yeah, I think it doesn't have that malted taste that the Hydrox did.
Hydrox has
like the
malted
Hydrox.
barley flour in it.
Huh.
I think I'm leaning towards the Hydrox now. It's been so long since I actually ate one.
All right, let's do a Newman-O.
I'm still eating Oreos.
And while our mouths are full, I'll just let the panel know. Add 10 minutes to the clock, and that's the time.
Ah.
Yay. These ones look huge. Gee whiz, Newman.
Newman's got big cookies.
Newman's got big cookies. Hey, baby.
Newman's stacked.
Thank you, Newman.
Newman's cookie looks like it's to be the same
hold on
exact
on me,
size
I'm not holding out.
of the Oreo
Cookie me up.
for the cookie itself.
The same coloration.
Yep. Hydrox is much darker.
Well, Newman's is a little lighter
Than even Oreo.
Slightly more chocolatey smell than the Oreo, though.
and lots more cream in it.
Oops.
So let's see
Yeah,
the
but-
cream.
See, you'd call the
I've never had a Newman-O. Never.
You'd call the Hydrox black in color almost,
Yep.
where the others are brown.
I don't like it.
Wow, in the bucket she puts it.
Better.
I didn't spit this one.
bucket. I'm
It
gonna
does have a
throw
fake
up.
taste to the cream.
Gaston, a bucket for monsieur.
I didn't spit
Cream's
it
a little
out,
denser, but it's got almost like a fake, non-existent flavor to it.
I'm just looking at the cream right now. So judgment-free
Kind of boring.
zone.
It doesn't have the same creaminess.
Doesn't have
it has an oiliness almost
Yeah.
to it.
I wonder if they still contain lard.
I don't think so.
They do not.
Do they have it disguised as vegetable shortening?
All right. Hydrox cream. This one's Newman-O cream. And I broke the Oreo cream, but I'm still going to eat literally all of them. They actually look different. The colors, the Oreo cream is actually whiter. It's lighter in color. The Hydrox might be yellowy, and no, actually it's the Newman's that's yellowy, and then the Hydrox is kind of like a beige. It's kind of weird.
How about price?
Price-wise, believe it or not, the most expensive is the Hydrox. It's 41 cents an ounce, followed by Newman-O's, which are 31 cents an ounce, and Oreos, which are only 21 cents an ounce, which I have cheap taste, I guess.
How many cookies do you get for an ounce?
This is an 8-ounce package for Newman-O's and 14.3 ounces for the Oreos and 13 ounces for the Hydrox. The Newman-O's, we only have 2 left, and I only gave everybody 4 of each.
So you don't get many for the price.
No.
Not really. But Newman's, again, it goes to charity. I'm not going to judge them.
Serving per container. The serving size on the Hydrox is 2 cookies, so you get about 13 servings, it says. That means there's 26 cookies.
Ooh, Oreos are 3 cookies per serving, but it's 160 calories. And
Calories. Bleh.
Newman's is 2 cookies. So basically the breakdown is Newman's is for 2 cookies, 110 calories, 9 grams of sugar. Hydrox are 130 calories for 12 grams of sugar, and Oreos are 107 calories for 9 grams of sugar.
And yeah, I think those numbers are based on the ounces, not the suggested serving size, just so that they're comparable.
Yeah, 2 cookies.
2 cookies each. But I don't know. There's different ingredients
So
in them.
calorie count, you should be eating Oreos. You'll save a few calories, right?
Yes, you will.
Yeah, because they feel like they don't have as many heavy items. Because, I mean, the Newman's oilier, the Hydrox is maltier, but it is chocolatier. I like the taste of the Hydrox, actually, believe it or not.
Oreos all the way, man.
Out of all of them, the Oreo, I don't know, it's just more sugary. I'm starting to lean towards Hydrox just because of the malted flavor.
Right. There's only one way to tell, and that's to include the milk in it now. So it's the dunk. It's time for the dunk, and the way to do this is to dunk the cookie, I would say, for 3 seconds. You pull it out. You see how it holds together. And let's begin that dunk.
I'm dunking
1,
in coffee.
2, 3. We pull it out. Shake it off a little bit.
Wow. The Oreo turned to mush almost instantly.
Oh, I did the Hydrox first.
Me too.
Held together.
But it absorbed enough of the liquid.
Okay.
Nice with the milk.
I'm going to level with you. I just dipped it in hot coffee. Weird texture, but actually pretty tasty.
You should try it with cold milk.
Yeah.
Cold milk. Delicious. Going to the Oreo. 1, 2, 3. A couple of bubbles came out there.
Wow. Chemical reaction, maybe.
Yep, fell apart a lot more. Turned to almost mush, exactly like you said. Even the pot that I didn't dunk in absorbed it.
Yeah. They're like little sponges.
Yeah. Oreo's a little sponge. And now the Newman-O. And 1, 2, 3. And I don't know if holding more milk is better or worse, but
Do you get like little? Yeah, I can see it in your milk. You're gonna drink lumpy milk?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's cookies and cream, babe.
Hot stuff at the bottom is the bomb.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna make a statement and correct me if I'm wrong. When you dunk any of these sandwich cookies in your milk, does it or does it not taste exactly like a Black Moon cookie? The soft, cakey version of the Oreo.
Yeah, a little whoopie
Yeah.
pie-ish.
I don't know. I mean, the whoopie pie has a little more marshmallowy to it, I think. But
Depends on the
My
iteration.
mom-
Some of them can be kind of creamy and sugary. Some of them can be,
My mom and aunt make the filling in the cookies. I mean, most of the filling doesn't last, but that is like shortening in it. This is
Hydrox
close.
held up much better than all of them. Oreo was the least hold up,
Yep.
and Newman somewhere in the middle.
Oh, gee whiz.
You have to agree
I
with
have
that.
not made a decision yet at all. I'm still
You're still debating?
I'm still debating. I love them all.
I'm leaning towards the
And they all
Hydrox.
love you.
Now I got to try them without tearing them apart. Cookie by itself with the filling, everything.
This is a lot of cookies in the morning.
How else do you want to start your day?
Yeah. Is this wrong?
No, it's fine. If you can eat a donut, you can certainly eat cookies.
Right.
Fair enough. All right, don't mind me.
I think it's worth mentioning part of the reason for the discrepancy in the Hydrox price is they're just not available many places. I couldn't find them locally. I got them from Amazon, but the pricing is just flat pricing and doesn't include the shipping or anything. But they were definitely more expensive. So if you love Hydrox, you may have trouble locating them. Might vary around the country, though.
Which would make me want to find them all the more.
Yeah.
Hard to find, yeah.
Hard to get. They're all good. I don't understand your dislike the Hydrox. It actually bothers me because it's very good.
It's a texture thing, and I love malted everything, so it's not the malted barley flour. There's something about it that tastes not desserty. It almost tastes like meat fat. I don't really understand like the oiliness of that. Do you kind of see where I'm going with it?
Well,
it's creamy.
I don't know.
I
There's
get more of an
something
oily
about
texture out of the Newman.
Yeah.
I'm not hating on Newman's either. It's just there's something about it that doesn't taste as chocolate sandwich cookie. It tastes
Boring.
oily or something. I'm happy with Oreos.
Dave finished his milk, but he's got more.
I have more milk. I have one cookie left.
There's plenty more here.
I would like one more Oreo and one more Newman to try to help me make up my decision. I do have an extra Hydrox, but that's because you gave me the extra one. Because I've been eating them. Nope, I got 2 Oreos. I just need 1 Newman.
That was out of kindness.
This is...
Man, I've been powering down
Well,
these cookies.
In the meantime, while we're making final decisions, we did get our first email, so I can talk about that.
Oh, somebody likes
thank
us.
you. So if you want to email us, that'd be great. We'd love it. The Snack Authority at UnitedPodcastNetwork.tv is one way to contact us. The Snack Authority at UnitedPodcastNetwork.tv or the Snack Authority at gmail.com. Those are two ways to get us. Which one did they choose? How did they get a hold of us?
I just have the text of the email in front of me, so I'm not sure which way it came in.
Could be another trivia question for years from now.
Oh, boy.
These are all first. That's all right. These are all first, though. This is our first ever somebody writing to us. And what is his name?
This comes to us from Al.
Al. Hi, Al.
Who apparently uses AOL mobile mail. That's all the information we have.
All right.
Mr.
His name is Al, our first listener ever to write to us.
And here's what Al had to say. Dave and crew. Crew would be us.
Crew is
So
us.
look at me.
Cheese nip.
Oh, Al.
I like it.
You've redeemed yourself, honey.
Big Cheez-It fan. The cheese nip I haven't had in years. That's the oval one, almost like a little
Yeah,
stick.
like a stick, yeah.
I love that.
I thought they were square,
Nope,
too.
they have the square ones.
Yeah.
Do they have square ones
Yeah,
also?
they also make, I know the one you're talking about, but they do have the same square ones.
Okay.
Well, we got to go with the original one, the stick.
Well, if you're going to go head-to-head, I think you got to make them to be the same so it doesn't throw you off and you dislike the stick or you like the stick. So you make them the same.
This is a conversation.
So let's make the call right now that next week that's what we'll do.
Let's do
I
it.
vote yes.
Because
Okay,
Al
I'm all for
asked
Cheez-Its.
for it.
Al will have
Al
it.
shall
We'll
receive
show
it.
you how valuable your emails are to us. That's what we're doing next week.
Sounds good to me.
The Cheez-It versus the Cheese Nip.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the Cheese Nip sounds nasty, like naughty.
It sounds fresh. Yeah. It sounds fresh.
And not just made fresh. A different fresh.
Would you like a little nip in the cheese?
All right.
all right.
We better get a winner here. It's not easy.
I
But
think I already got the one I want.
All right.
Easy for me.
we
You
know.
go first while I'm trying to figure this out.
All right, unfortunately, I was leaning towards Oreo, but probably my favorite is actually the Hydrox. It smells more like chocolate, tastes more like chocolate. I like the malt and the cream. I just think it's a better cookie. I just wish I could find it.
Everybody knows my guess. I just ate maybe 7 Oreos while they weren't looking, so I'm voting Oreo.
Boy, they're all really good. I can't make a decision.
What about you, Ed? What are you leaning towards?
I'm going with the Hydrox.
Really?
For a lot of the same reasons as Mike. The other thing is it's not as sweet in the filling, and I don't like an intense sweetness. I think the creaminess factor is good, and the malt adds something for me.
Yeah, it
I'm a
does.
big malt fan.
I don't really care for malted milk balls. It's
No.
weird.
Oh, boy.
All right.
All right.
Based on the price, based on the calorie count, because I'm so unsure of what to do here, I can have more Oreos because they are less calories, and they cost less in case my pocketbook is a problem. I'm going to go with the Oreo, but let me tell you, this is almost a 3-way tie. I would be happy with any of these, but
Well, we already
I'm going
ate
to
any
put
of
them in order of Oreo based with price and calorie count, that I could have more. Hydrox right behind it because it's a little different. I like it. And I like the idea that they were number one. They were the first ones. So not far behind, but a little behind all of them is Newman-O's. And I think we all agree to that. Well, maybe not for you.
Maybe not Jess.
Because Jess doesn't like the Hydrox.
Really do not like
She
the
doesn't
Hydrox.
like it. Now, I like them all. Do you like them all, Mike?
They're all good, but I think I agree with you. The one I least like was the Newman. I think it's boring. It doesn't have a lot of chocolate going on. The filling doesn't really have any real sweet going on or any other back notes. It's just like
Blander.
bland, but it's greasy.
I did not
No.
like the texture of the cream on the
Did not like the
On the
Newman.
Newmans?
I did not like it.
That's third place. But I think we got exactly what is happening here is we have a complete tie Two of us like the Hydrox best. Two of us like the Oreo best. I actually could go either way. If you guys were better at debating, you'd probably be able to sway me one way or the other. But strictly on the idea of the cost and the calorie count, I'd go Oreo. And the availability, I'd go Oreo. Got all that going on for it.
Funny. Actually, I have to say this. The only one of them that uses artificial flavors is the Oreo, and that's the one that I prefer. I don't know if that says something about me.
So the other ones aren't artificial at all?
No, it says natural flavorings, but Newman's doesn't have vanilla. Hydrox has natural vanilla, and the Oreo has artificial flavors.
See, now I would, on the
Ingredient
real
section.
flavors, the ingredient section, you go Hydrox. So this is a split either way. I guess it's, I can be swayed either way. If it's a cookie, I'm a fan. Either way, that's it. Let your snack-eating friends know about us. Share us, subscribe to us, give us a rating. I don't know if anyone's given us a rating yet, but a 5-star rating would be nice. Start us off great. So that's it for Oreos versus Hydrox versus Newman-O. I think we got a two-way tie between Oreos and Hydrox next week. It's the Cheez-It versus the Cheese Nips. This is the Snack Authority. For Jess, Mikey, Ed Sullivan, I'm Dave, and we are the Snack Authority. We'll see you next week.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.